I cannot. Well, good evening, you all. Good evening, and welcome to another Candid Conversation. I'm your girl, Lady T, and of course, I have with me two of the best hostess on this side of heaven. Yes, I have with me none other than the hostess with the mostest. She's here, all smiles, as you can see. My girl.
It's your girl JT. And listen, you
That's
only see part of me because it got shady in here real quick.
insiders. And of course, it's the fourth Tuesday of the month, and we have our second and fourth Tuesday hosts with us. Look, I candy for some of you all, the one and the only Tony G. Welcome, Tony.
Hey,
I love it. I love it. Thank you all again for joining us here live on Oak 93.5 on your FM dial, or you may be looking at us on Facebook Live. And if you are, we are here so that you can share, like, comment. We want to have a conversation with you all on today. Instagram, if you're here, we want to hear from you. And YouTube, you know we got to hear from you. If you're listening on the replay, please leave a comment. Let us know you were here, because again, you're the most important part, like JT used to say, of why we do what we do. You all are the most important part. So today we have so many topics to talk about, but the main thing that we really wanted to get on today and have a discussion about, because most of our listeners, they have expressed some concerns and some just wanting to talk more about what's going on in relationships. Triggers in relationships. And I don't know if you all listen to Instagram or YouTube or listen, that seems like the thing now, right? Streaming. Everybody gets their information from streaming, from reels. But there's a lot of relationship situations going on where women that look like us and even men that look like Tony G are being unalived. And it's because of relationships and things that are happening in relationships, or men and sometimes women being unable to take rejection or to deal with rejection. I think that's the only thing I can think of why they're unaliving each other, or jealousy at such a high rate. Even with that being said, not too many months ago, right, Janet, you could speak on this. Alicia Watts was in the news. She happened to be from the same hometown that I'm from, and she was in the news after her boyfriend, whom she met, unalived her, right? And if you don't know what unalive means, Google it. Google University, but we can't say certain words over the air and when we're streaming. But he unalived her. But she was recently in the news. Janet, could you share what was recently in the news concerning Alicia Watts?
Yeah, we have a very unfortunate update. The mother of Alicia Watts, who sought justice for her late Moore County daughter, she died from a health issue. WTVD 11 channel ABC reported that her mother, Yvex Franklin, died on Sunday from an undisclosed health condition. And Miss Franklin had been fighting for justice for her 39-year-old daughter, who was reported missing and later found dead in Montgomery County back in August of 2023. And family members say that she was determined to continue to seek justice for her daughter. She was quoted as saying that she felt in her heart that something was wrong and she didn't want the world to forget her baby. And allegedly, Watt's boyfriend, James Dunmore of Charlotte, he ended up being charged for her murder. An autopsy was done on Alicia. They were not able to determine what her cause of death was. But that is a situation where she ignored a lot of red flags, Alicia, that is. And Mr. Dunmore made a decision, allegedly, to unalive her. And
yeah. And that's the thing we want to talk about. Like, as far as red flags, if you're out dating someone because I don't know, people tend to think women really just want to just settle, right, for anything and everything and whatever, and all have a relationship all in the name of having a relationship. I don't know, Tony, is it like that with men? Do you all have to feel like, I'll bring you in? You are, anytime. Listen, you here on the second and fourth. I got to get this man's perspective. Do you feel like, or from your experience, if you're in a relationship with someone and you see red flags, do you ignore them? Do you think they're going to grow out of them? You're going to love it out of them? What know when you see these red flags?
I don't ignore, but I think everybody got their own definition of a red flag. What may be
Right.
a red flag to you may not be one for somebody else. I think like ahead of time, you should have that stuff in your head, like, okay, my boundary right here. You cross this right here too many times. Oh no, we can't work. we ain't gonna work. That's a bad
Right.
sign for me. Like, but I don't think people teach that. My church taught that. Like my pastor would say stuff like that, and but anyway, but it's
Well, that's
ingrained in my
good.
head. Like you don't certain stuff. Like if you're going off of a little stuff, that's a red flag to me.
You say if you're going off a little stuff?
If you're going off on little stuff,
Oh, going up. Yeah. Yeah.
that's a red flag for me because I don't want to argue. So if you want to argue all the time, then we ain't finna match. So why keep going? Because we ain't going to work. If you know you ain't going to work, if you already know what you like and what you don't like, if the person is doing it, then why are you going to keep trying to make it work? I never really understood that.
Right.
I don't. But
That's
I
what I'm
think men
saying.
and women do that though. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work.
Yeah. I think in relationships, red flags. I think that sometimes we don't do our due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Like do our homework. Go talk to the ex if you know them. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Why y'all break up? Like what's going on?
we go. Do some work. And I think we've talked about this in a previous conversation with some other guests. Do some background searching, do some checking out. Because even as of yesterday, as a young lady in Fort Lauderdale who was unalived by an ex-girlfriend of somebody she's dating. So it's not just the people you're in a relationship with, it's the people in the past tense that are coming up too and unaliving people. You know what I'm saying? So what you do. You got to be careful, though. That's one thing for sure. And if you see those signs, I think it's really important not to ignore them. Sometimes we do. We think that we're going to love it out of a person. You know what I'm saying? Well, he just slapped me one time and he said he won't do it again. Baby, we don't take whoopings. We don't take hits and licks. What? No, I don't know about y'all.
Oh, no.
I think you can actually love it out of somebody.
Sure. Women think that
you got to be to think you can love it.
Women think, I promise you, they think that they can love it out of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for some reason, women feel like they got this power to have a man stop doing some of the things that they do. And I promise you, I don't know too many people that, I know people that have been in abusive relationships, but I feel like if they hit you once, it's coming again. We're not doing those. We're not doing that. That's a red flag to me. Physical abuse is a red flag to me. Janet, you have anything to say on that? I'm just saying.
We have a question in the comments. So our faithful Candid Conversation viewer, Dana Dane, who has her own amazing podcast that y'all need to check out. She asked the question, so why talk to the ex?
Why talk to the ex? Why not find out okay, you got a new man who's not in a relationship with Samantha anymore. So you don't feel like you should talk to Samantha to find out, how this joker was, any type of information on him? No, you wouldn't do that.
Well,
I'm just saying, you might not know Samantha.
So
and I don't know a Samantha. This is nothing to do with anybody named Samantha. Let me say, I'm just throwing up a name. Just wanted to let you know that.
Yes. Samantha, Tabitha,
any of them. Right.
All the same. Okay. And listen, to our faithful viewing audience, we want to hear from you. So, what do you think? Why talk to the ex? I think that sometimes you can get perspective and you can talk to the ex without talking to the ex because people talk, right? You can get people who are close to the ex. You can, if you want to talk to her directly, and and we got a response. So, I hear what you're saying, that, it's good to ask her if you think she'll be objective. I hold 90% of the time people are not. And the response was, I'm not caring about Samantha. I'm not bringing her into my relationship. I feel you on that. But I do think that there are some red flags. And by the time those red flags begin to avail themselves, you need to go talk to all of them to make sure that what your observations maybe were their observations so that you can stay alive instead of being unalive.
Yeah. I'm not calling Samantha once I meet him and be like, yo, but I'm just saying, if I start seeing some things and she got a little something she can share with me about him, you know what I'm saying? That's it. But no, I'm not bringing in the relationship. But if I see some red flags and I want, that's it. But I understand her point as well. I get that.
Sometimes though, like, and I tell my own business, you might get a different side of me that somebody else might not get because you were annoying the crap out of me. So, and that person, and you may not tell why you ain't gonna say you were nagging me to death and I don't like being nagged, or you're not gonna say you kept doing, you know what I'm saying? So he was mean. I was all kind of this and that, blah, blah, blah. And this person may not get that because this person over here may not be doing that. You may get, okay, but he don't like this, so let me not do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get different stuff from people because of what you're doing. And then you base it off of, well, he's always like that or she's always like that, but yet you're the one doing something to trigger that out of somebody. And the next person may not do it. So sometimes you might want to not ask. I can see not asking because they may be biased. You know what I'm saying?
I
they
get
ain't
it,
gonna
right.
say what they did.
I get that. Dana had a comment, Janet. I just missed it. It went away.
Yeah, well, Janelle writes, and let me take a step back. We have, again, we have a couple of faithful Candid Conversation viewers who we want to show some love to. Janelle, we love you. Evangelist Dakiba, we love you. Y'all are just awesome. Y'all keep us pumped up in these comments, so we love it. But Janelle writes, no, you can learn a lot about a person without talking to their ex. And Dana wrote, I'm just telling folks, don't get Reese's.
That part right there. Don't get Reese's teeth. I love that. I'm going to put it on a shirt. Tony said, what's that?
Dana, but to what Tony was saying, Dana is saying that yes, people can change, and we know that people can change, and we hope that people do. And I do believe that depending on who that person is with, you may get a different version of them. But I also believe that people are who they are to their core. Like they don't change. Like a person's character, that doesn't really change. So that's my opinion. That's my Candid Conversation. So Tanisha, can you see this comment here from Dakiba?
I was married almost 30 years. I would not go to get or talk to Samantha because she may be a culprit. A rock thrower who hides her hands. You are the new woman who I can't see the rest. Can you see it? Who he you are the new woman and things and you may be the one to change him and bring the love out of him. So that's kind of going on, things, a person can change. So
well, not change, just bring out something that's already there.
Talk to us, Tony.
Well, I mean, now I got a temper very bad. I mean, I ain't even gonna front. You know what I'm saying? So, but everybody ain't going to experience that. It don't mean it's not there. You know what I'm saying? You're just not triggering it. And kind of like how you said, at my core, I got a temper. But if this person right here ain't triggering it, then you may be surprised. He was like that. I can't believe that. You know what I'm saying? But you did something to bring it out. You don't mean, you know what I'm saying? You brought it out. You brought it out. You deserved all that. Every word I said.
Tony, let me tell you, we are kindred spirits because I'm a very sweet person. I am sweet to my core.
Sweet, honey.
Till you make me mad.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like it's still, JT, but you brought out a side of JT. That's your fault. Don't judge. So you may not want to ask everybody about JT because they might have got a bad side of JT that they caused.
True. So I get it. We don't want the culprit. We don't the one that's been married for 30 years. I wouldn't go back and ask Samantha anything at this point. But 30 years, you've seen all the traits. You've seen the happy season, the mad season. You've seen the reaction through all of these seasons. Right. I'm saying like these women that are meeting men, like let's say even if however you meet them, church, work, wherever, and you're ready to jump into a relationship in 30 minutes. Like women seem to be in this big old hurry to be in these relationships without really getting to really know these people. Like, it's okay to stay on the phone, even talking to him for a month. But a lot of women aren't ready. They're not wanting to wait. They just want to jump right in. And then, some people say, and then you're looking on Facebook or Instagram, you're looking on social media, and you see people say, oh, girl, I met him and we were married. We met in 2 weeks and we were married in a month, and we've been together for 10 years. Well, baby, I mean, that's all well and good, but y'all don't use that as the law book. I wouldn't, because you want to see all the seasons. Just like that summer, winter, spring, and fall. You want to see mad, happy, glad, disappointed, your anger. I want to see that, because I want to see how you're going to react. I'm not in a hurry to, just to be in a relationship for the sake of a relationship. And I hold that some of these stories that we're hearing on Facebook, and I'm not on social media and then the women that are wanting the men that's married. Like, there's a certain group of women, they only want the married men, right? So I hold that then that married man is putting that wife in danger, because these women they get angry and they get mad and they unaliving people. So there's a responsibility, even after knowing somebody, it's a responsibility coming along with this husband. When you're unfaithful to your wife, or when you're doing something, you and bringing that other person in, it's more than just, it's a side piece. Nah, because if she gets angry enough, you don't know what she might try to do to your wife or your partner, or however y'all want to name it and call it. Sure. So I think that, just getting to know that person really, really, and no, you don't have to call Samantha. You don't have to call Samantha, but at some point, if Samantha knew that joker before you, and she dropped some jewels, I'm just listening. I may not go by everything Samantha say, but she got some jewels to drop. I might listen to it, put it in the back of my computer, put it back there in that folder, leave it there. You know what I'm saying? So just in case I see something, but that's it. And that's all. So we just want to speak on the negativity and the things and the triggers and the signs, and don't ignore them, right? That's all I'm saying. And Tony, you make a good point, because I love to hear from a male's perspective, because we know that men think different than women do. You know what I'm saying? Like, men, they tend to, y'all know what y'all want a woman from the beginning. Like, they know who they want soon as y'all meet her in some cases. But women, honey, we be, woo. I'm just speaking on some people I've seen in some situations. We rushing, we racing. Dana said, me and JT, some of the nicest people you'll to send the Janet, can you read that on your end? Is Janet frozen? Me and JT, okay. There you go.
Nicest people you'll have to send the ravens for your corpse in Jesus' name. I'm gonna say corpse. In Jesus' name, we'll put that in Jesus' name in there.
Woo child. That's funny. I nice too, Dana. Nuck if you buck, JT. That's what Janelle said. Hello, somebody. Now, I don't know. I know Tony. Every word I said. The keeper said every word I say. I get it. Janet, you quiet. But they speaking on you because they know who you are.
They know me.
They know you.
I know me.
That's most important.
No, it's important for somebody else to know you. They better know. They act like they know. But anyway, right. So just pray, women, ladies, be careful and pray. Don't be in such a hurry, and don't ignore the triggers. You know what I'm saying? And once you get married and then you see them triggers later, how do y'all feel about it? How do you feel about if you're in a marriage and you see triggers after you've said I do? What do you do?
Oh,
what would you do? Janet,
y'all got to talk to us.
When you can speak it. Those in the comments, what do you do when you see the triggers a little too late? Is it too late? Do you stay? You stay?
Yeah, you got to stay. Let me tell you why. You got to eat that, sis. And let me tell you why. Because those red flags didn't just pop up. They were always there.
Wait a minute.
What? Tony having a fit. She said you got to stay, Tony.
Oh, Jesus.
Candid Conversation listeners. Y'all is not listening. I want y'all to comment on this.
If you make a mistake,
she said you got to stay.
You go ahead and marry. You were pleased to dwell, as the word say, whenever you found out, and you chose, and you know what I'm saying, and you got to stay for life. Don't unfreeze now. We don't hear no.
What you say? Are you asking a question? Was that a question?
Yeah. Why would you?
If you're in the marriage, what'd you say, Tony?
Why do you have to stay?
Speak on it, Janet.
Okay. Yeah. The reason I say that is because those red flags were there before you said I do. So you agreed to all of them. If you chose to overlook them, that was a choice. You can't then choose not to overlook them once you say I do. If he was controlling and possessive when you were dating, if he was controlling and possessive while you were dating and you thought it was cute, then it needs to be cute after you get the ring, because it ain't cute.
But what if you wake up later and be like, what if you did see him? Because, some folk, you may see a little bit and think it's not too bad and you keep on going with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would say everybody I have overlooked some BS. You know what I'm saying? And went ahead. Then like, wait a minute, hold on later on now. Like, I can't deal with this. So I ain't even tied no knot. But if you tie the knot, you get married. And I do understand divorce is touchy for some because of the spiritual, the Bible aspect of it, because some believe you don't need to get divorced. And you supposed to, I know that's right, but and you supposed to stick you supposed to stick with it.
He turned Daniel, he just needed one amen. He just needed one amen.
And listen, Pastor Dane was gonna give it to him.
No,
but
he said that was before he said I do. So you missed the red flag.
After you say I do. After you say I do.
After.
So, to me and stuff getting bad. You like, oh, this was more than what I thought it was going to be, or it's escalated. Because a lot of times before you say I do, or you get really serious, that a person is like, I've done it. I'll tell my own business on that one. I've tested you to see how far you're going to let me either disrespect you, or how far you're going to let me go with my own way.
Wow.
So we keep on going and going now. Okay. So if it gets too bad for you when you done got married, you're literally supposed to stay, and you be like, whoa, I can't take this. My life might be in danger. My mind might be in danger. My peace might be in danger. My children might be in danger. So you're supposed to stay because you made a mistake and thought you could handle something.
Now hold up. You don't cross the line there.
What happened? What I missed?
Now when you talk about the children, and hold up now.
Okay.
Now see, when
that's a different thing, huh?
The question was, what happens when I believe it was, what happens when you see these red flags after you say I do? I said you have to eat that. Yeah. Now, if it's a situation where you're in harm, or in particular your children are in harm, no, you exit stage left. That's not a red flag. The house is on fire and there's no escape plan. You got to go. Nobody's trying to die behind that. God doesn't even call you to that. We were talking about red flags, like he's possessive and controlling. And when you're from a female perspective, it's like, oh, I like it because that's my boo and he don't play. Oh, it sounded good until it ain't. Then you be like, I can't go nowhere. I can't do nothing. I can't wear no makeup. I can't cut my hair.
I can't look at nobody.
A paper bag.
Right. And I get all that. We did have a comment. Deanna Avery said, stop overlooking things, right? And she said, that's just a preview. We just had a comment that came up. I missed it. I don't know if y'all saw it. Just stop, Tony. If you see triggers later, if they're not a fist, you talk about it. Anyone who hits you, or she hits you, or he hits you, that's a good time to leave before someone gets hurt, because abuse goes both ways. That's so true. And do y'all think physical abuse is just as bad as mental abuse? Is it the same, or do they literally have to put the hands on you? You know what I'm saying? Because abuse is abuse, right? Or is it?
I don't think it's.
Does it just have to be
any kind should make you flee away?
Any what?
Any kind of abuse should make you flee. I mean,
what's the Bible say?
Say what now?
Deanna Avery said it's the same. So she's saying physical abuse and mental abuse and emotional abuse is abuse. Abuse is abuse, right? Abuse is abuse. I agree.
Either one.
I agree to keep it. I agree. But all forms of abuse is terrible. Yes, it is. But is it a means? Is physical abuse? Can you walk away from physical abuse? I'm sorry, not physical abuse, from mental abuse. Can you just walk away from that?
Sometimes
after being married, if you or your kids are hung together, yeah.
That's a loaded conversation.
I need some real people.
So this is my opinion. Physical abuse is easier to prove because you've got marks on your body. There are laws in place that protect you from physical abuse. You can get restraining orders. There are things that the police can intervene when it's physical abuse. Mental abuse, though it is equally devastating, it's harder to divorce yourself from because that messes with a person's will and their psyche. And even though a person may want to go, they may not know how because they're mentally abused. So it takes a lot of that's a hard one to answer.
Because I think a lot of people stay because it is a hard one to answer. You know what I'm saying? And from a Christian perspective, we're told to, you don't get divorced unless they're physically abusing you. That's a right. Or I'm sorry, not even that. Adultery. If they cheat on you, adultery. You know what I'm saying? So Christians tend to, in my opinion, and y'all, all this is opinion. We are not professional psychologists or therapists. We are giving you an opinion. You're on Candid Conversation right here on the Oak 93.5 on your FM dial. We're streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube, Instagram. We are giving opinions, and your opinion matters. Everybody's opinion. We welcome opinions. And my opinion is that as Christians, we are told that the only means of leaving is for an adulterer or I've heard it added that if you're getting abused physically. So a lot of people stay in relationships, and some people stay in relationships because of that. But do you feel like it's an end-all be-all if they leave because they're being mentally abused? The abuse that you can't see in their mind, their psyche, every day, every night, they're going to bed with this thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got a comment from a male in the comments. Tony Williams said, yeah, sometimes mental abuse can hurt worse than physical abuse. Come on here. Now, I agree with that. Because again, it's the abuse, it's what you can't see. But it's what you gotta, it's that you internalizing that thing. It stops you from eating, it stops you from talking, it stops you from communicating, stops you sometimes from loving somebody or something. I mean, it can shut you down. So I agree with that. Yes, Tony, I gave my disclaimer, Mr. Williams. Yes, I did. But Dana said, from a Christian perspective, in my view, don't put your hands on me. I can't see the rest. I don't know why I can't see Dana's comment. Can you see it, Tony?
Dana said, a cussing spirit if you push me.
She said what?
Don't put your hands on me, and I will get a cussing spirit if you push me. They put them hands on you, better do more than cuss.
Come on, Candid. Yes. Woo, I hear you, girl. We hear you, Dana. We are, listen, you don't know, you better know. Better ask somebody. Don't play with her.
What with the mental abuse you were talking about? I would think that because you live with it. And even if you do get out of it with that person, you take it after that. It takes a lot to get free from mental abuse. It do. It's sometimes I think it's easier to get over physical abuse than it is mental abuse because it takes a lot of work, a lot of God to some therapy, a whole lot of stuff to get free from mental abuse because it can happen at 20, you still 30 dealing with it. And you can be 40 still dealing with something that you went through at 20. And it could be your first little relationship. You just never know how much somebody beat down a person. It always amazes me how you can be a strong-minded person, but of course the person over here is not. So when you hear them talk about what they took from another person, it blows my mind sometimes. I ain't gonna front because I don't know how you took that or why you took it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. And a lot of times people don't get stuff dealt with. They don't deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was talking to someone earlier and we were talking about how as young in our generation, younger children, when we went through some things in the household, we were just told what happens in my house stays in my house. That's it. We don't talk, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays so much therapy is available and everybody's a coach of some sort, and you can talk about it and get it and should. I think you should, you know what I'm saying? But just understand, who you talk to. And then sometimes, and then some, in my opinion, and there's some religions that they discourage it. They discourage therapy, and I don't. You know what you need when you need it. There are comments, Janet. I'm not sure if you can see them. I can't see them there on my end. It's Dakiba had a comment, and I think Dana had one. But I think that if you need therapy, get you some therapy. I know people, so call me. Let me know. Go ahead, you can read it.
Yeah. So Dakiba writes, mental abuse can be diagnosed by a psychotherapist and proved as a psychiatrist. So get proof so you can escape this kind of abuse and have documentation of your mental instability. And then we have another faithful Candid Conversation listener, Valerie. She writes, this form should be captured as a series as relationships and covenants because marriage has so many levels. And that is so true. Because, some marriages are healthy and then some are, it depends. It's like a season, right? You got the spring season when it's new and you're in love and everything is good. And then summer when it's red hot, y'all just are inseparable. Yes. Then it's fall when you're like, yo, I'm good. And then it's winter like, and you look at me.
There's seasons.
I think that's an excellent one.
That's a great point she just made. Dana, hey, I mean, pushing my buttons. I can't see her comment again. It's gone. Do you see it? Dana is having me cracking up, as in talking crazy to me. Oh, okay. Don't be talking crazy to me.
Okay.
Dana, they're going to talk crazy. We're just
don't do that.
They're going to talk crazy to you. I'm telling you now. Men and women are so different, y'all. They different. You know what I'm saying? What you think is talk crazy may not be that to them. She said, I'm big on self-care. Sometimes going to talk to someone may help. Absolutely. I promise you. If you got that good girlfriend, that's good too. But if you got a professional, listen. And we all know, we all trust because of being believers. We all trust God. We all, those of us that are believers, we do pray and seek God and fast and consecrate and everything. Then there's that humanistic side that sometimes you might need to go talk to that Christian counselor, somebody that's going to help bounce some things off to you that in the flesh right here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, because my friends, they've been some good therapists. Yes, sir. Tony G, he been through the years, buddy. Janet T. Okay, moving on. Go ahead. Get the comments, Janet. Get comments.
Dana said, "That's right, T. That's right, Lady T."
That's right. That's what I'm saying. I saw another comment.
But Evangelist Dakiba writes, by the power of the Holy Spirit, minds may have been damaged by mental abuse or any type of abuse, but can be restored and made whole in conjunction with therapy.
I agree. There's power. I just don't think that people should shut down the idea of therapy if it's needed. Because some people, need therapy plus Jesus, therapy plus the Holy Ghost. My opinion, and all opinions are welcome right here on Candid Conversations. Do we have any more comments? I've been missing them. I can't see them all. They coming quick. Stop. Can y'all see them on your end?
Yeah, we're good.
No, you can't see me. You good? Okay. Well, so again, what we've been talking about is recognizing those signs and those triggers. And as married people, knowing that there are seasons that come, there are going to be those seasons that, you're not going to be, the honeymoon season is going to end. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's another thing. The key to staying longevity in marriages is to know that these things are coming and that there are going to be times when you just want to knock that joke upside the head and just be like, psh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you live over here, I'm live over here. We good. Some people don't believe in therapy. That's sad. Dakiba, I agree. Some people don't. Tony, you believe in therapy? I think you do, though.
I'm in therapy.
You in therapy?
I ain't ashamed. I ain't ashamed. I got issues.
Listen.
You know what you mean? Let me tell you something. How JT said earlier, I know me.
Right.
And I know a lot of my thoughts, especially with dealing with people and just in general are
Yes.
formed by a lot of how I was raised and what I went through. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what I'm saying. You can be mentally abused and physically abused, and you can get over that physical abuse, but that mental abuse, you will be a 40-year-old dealing with what happened to you and going through life dealing with stuff in a certain way. And sometimes you don't realize it until you 40 or until you're 30. And it's not like, and I do agree, some people don't believe in therapy, but a lot of people are not taught to believe in therapy. Kind of how you said earlier when you said our generation didn't weren't told, now they got all kind of therapy, coaches and this and that.
Yep.
In our generation, we ain't that far apart. We still young.
Yes, right. We still young. You a little older than me, but we good. You a little older than me, but we young. Go ahead.
Oh, don't do that. But it won't none of that. I think back then it's like you just in survival mode. Your parents in survival mode. They don't know how to teach you how to deal with whatever. And you in survival mode, don't know it because you're too young. And then you grow up and you just in survival mode thinking that stuff is still fresh in your head. You know what I'm saying? It's just fresh in your head. And you navigate life through that stuff the wrong way.
You're right.
Church is good because I saved and striving to be, the best I can to let him lead you and guide you.
Come on.
But sometimes, not but, ain't no but you do need something else.
I understand.
God gives people those gifts to help people when they're going through stuff like that. Because a lot of churches don't really teach that side. It's just get to heaven, do this. Not do this, but you know what I'm saying? They teach the Bible, but maybe not necessarily mental health aspect of it. Gotcha. And I think the Bible does include mental health if you teach it how it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? I believe that.
I got you. I applaud you as a Black male in today's society. You know that there are some things that you experienced as a young man, and you decide that, I'm gonna be a Christian, I'm gonna be saved, I'm gonna love the Lord, but I'm gonna give you a little therapy as well, right?
Oh yeah. I was
clapping my hand for you right now, bruh. For real. And most Black men don't even have a clue they need therapy until late 30s. This is from Dana. Right.
A lot of people period. A lot of women need it.
Say that again. What'd you say?
A lot of women need it too.
Of course, we know that. These that's emotional true. Females out here, these streets.
That's true.
Need some therapy. 30s to 40s. I agree. And then the ones and some of them don't even get it, the 30s and 40s, the men that need it as well. Dana said something earlier as well, a comment that came through. She said the church will marry people, but some tend to not teach people how to stay married. I think that's what I read. Did you see that comment from Dana? I think it was Dana.
Yeah.
I didn't. I agree with it.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
I agree with it.
I agree with that. Yeah, I'll tell. And this isn't necessarily with my church, because I think we have an amazing marriage ministry. But I will say that when I was younger, in my 20s, it was all about it's better to marry than to burn. We didn't talk about credit. We didn't talk about finances. We didn't talk about background checks. We ain't talking about none of that. It was just get married so you don't go to hell. So it's like, okay.
Okay, because I want me some, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on marriage right now. You know what I'm saying? You're young. You're like, okay. All right, that's what I do. I agree. Right, I agree. Like now, then you learn later on. There's a thing, credit. You can't even get a house because his credit's 5 or yours is 25. You know what I'm saying? So those things are important. They say by now you should be married. Get away. Yeah, but don't just jump in. Like, do your due diligence. Like, you know what I'm saying? And find out what kind of crazy you dealing with, because some people got issues.
Okay,
JT,
we're talking about crazy, but what about the basic stuff? Like, does he like to work? Is he good with money? Can he pay bills? Does she expect you to take care of her? Does she expect you to sponsor her? Those are the real conversations we need to have.
Does she cook? Can she cook?
Oh Lord, can she cook? And can he cook?
Bring that plate when she cooks.
And can he cook?
Let me hear. You know what? Let me say
Okay,
this. I saw something on Instagram. It said that men are like, oh, she don't cook like grandma used to cook. But they say you don't pay bills like grandpa used to pay bills. So I said, oh, that. Now that's a word right there. You want all these benefits of somebody keeping your house clean and cooking for you and being a freak, and that's all good. But you won't pay the light bill. What?
Come on here. Brethren,
is he giving her the money to go pay it while he at work?
He better be giving her the money to pay it while he at work.
My thing is
a job, a W-2.
Our ancestors, like everybody talking now, our ancestors, the man took care of everything, and the wife was just home, keeping house. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna go there. Let's go all the way there. So you're gonna bring home that check, and we're gonna be home cleaning and cooking and keeping house, right? Because you're gonna pay all the bills. We're not going halfies. Because I don't have a home. I'm not going halfies.
Half ain't gonna be no 100% on one end now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
no, it is. You gotta pay a light bill, water bill, some insurance.
No. Ladies in the comments, text this. Hello, somebody. If you get married, if you marry a man that's ready to take on a whole family, he's ready. He's a man. He wants to take on this whole family. He's a man. He's supposed to be 100%.
Now, I may have grew up, what I didn't see is it was half. We gonna have this.
Ladies, hello. Ladies, y'all gonna have.
I'm working myself to death to pay every
You ain't got to work. We gonna help you.
And to buy it. No, I ain't doing that.
You gonna take care of your wife and Tony.
I would take care, but you gonna contribute. I ain't talking about contributing by cooking and cleaning. Not cause my finance. I don't believe in that.
But you don't also, do you believe it should be 50-50, or you just maybe gonna get her light bill?
At the least. 50-50.
What you say?
At the least 50-50. I'm sorry. We gonna make this household work.
Yeah.
We gonna make this household work.
Okay.
And what we got left over, we gonna bring together, and we gonna go forward. Well, we both gonna make this household work.
Yeah, I'm so tickled. I'm so tickled. Dana said Papa came home on Friday with the cash, and Big Mama didn't mind dusting and cleaning them baseboards. I'm here. I will be Janelle. Yeah. I will be the good helpmate, and we'll pay all the bills, Janelle.
And she said we.
I think we.
I couldn't even see we. I couldn't even see we.
Help make. See, look at
Tanisha. That's because you didn't want to see we. See, that's the conversation. Listen, fellas, I want to hear from more men. I want to hear, and I want y'all to be bold. Man up. Tell us. Do y'all believe in 50-50? Do you believe in 70-20, 70-30? Do you believe that the man should pay all the bills? What's the tea? We want to hear, fellas.
Don't tell it. Just y'all, this is an opinion. These are only opinions.
Oh, yeah,
do not think it's 50-50. Janelle said we can pay the bills. Janelle, I agree. Yep, all the money going into one pot. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Dana said it depends on who is making the money. You just come to an agreement. Okay, you come to an agreement.
Yeah.
Okay.
May work for your house, may not work for the next one. But
exactly.
For me and my house. Praise God.
Okay. Dana said water, cable bill, and light bill. See?
Cable
it's better. You're right. Hey, everybody's situation is different. What JT? What you thinking?
Define bills.
Mortgage, car payment, car insurance, house insurance, water bill, light bill, life insurance.
Come on.
If you got cable, internet,
cell phones, all of it. Yes.
Okay.
Shoot, you pay the grocery bill a month. You good. That's how foodie.
I think the women should pay the grocery bill. Water, cable, lights. Okay, Dana. Dana said water, cable, lights.
Okay. Right. So I was just trying to see if my expenses need to be in those bills. Like if he's paying all the bills, then I got some bills too. But I just wanted to clarify.
I got you. Right. So we got a pot. Everything's going in a pot. And for most females that want to do a little shopping, want to do a little nails every 2 weeks, want to do their hair, all that goes in the pot, right? So he can't trip, or should she have her little set? You think a woman should have a separate stash?
No,
you don't.
We're not talking about that today. We talking about
that's a whole other conversation. Go, you gonna have a stash? I'm gonna have a stash.
That's a whole other conversation,
right? And if your nails and stuff going into the pot, my haircut finna go into my pot. My retwist gonna go into the pot. Everything's going into the pot.
I just want my own pot.
We're gonna be 50-50 all the way.
Oh Lord! Janelle said a separate pot.
We have a bill pot and a frivolous pot.
Do he know what's in your pot? Do he know you got a separate pot? Will she know you have a separate pot? Everybody got to agree to a separate pot, or would you have a separate pot and they don't know about a separate pot?
Ooh, I'd be mad if I didn't know. I ain't gonna front.
Nah, me coins don't go into us pot.
Dana, I love you, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
There she go. That amen.
Dana said, "Me coins don't go into us." She starts with a stretch. No me, no us. I get it. I respect it.
Ooh,
and I think it's healthy. Let me stop. But I have heard some people say, you shouldn't have a separate pot. Everything should be in together. I don't get it, y'all. But realistic, I'm not a pessimist, but I'm a realist, right? I think like everybody's stuffing this one pot together. But what if somebody acts up? Y'all separate, y'all leave, then y'all just split the pot, or I have a different way of thinking.
You better,
if y'all separate, y'all leave. The house is divided. Y'all no longer we're separating. We're leaving, right? But I've been contributing to this pot. Now everybody take out their pot, take from that pot, and go their separate ways. Now, right? Is that what's gonna happen?
Yes, because the law says that he or she is entitled to 50% of said pot.
Said pot. Okay. So in that case, my thinking. My opinion, if it was not speaking on me personally, maybe, but I would probably have a separate pot. I'm just saying.
Oh God!
I have a separate pot, and I'm gonna change this conversation.
Change
quickly.
Time out.
I just think everyone should have an individual 401k plan.
Okay. So with that being said, absolutely, because you can plan for your retirement.
That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
right?
I can't work for both of us, and he shouldn't have to work for both of us. We need to be planning for our retirement.
That's outside the household bills.
Yeah, that's outside the bills.
That's another conversation.
That's a separate pot then. Okay, well, I'm all right then. I'm still within the confines of this conversation. Okay, Janet, go ahead. Move on to something.
Yes, we are moving this train along. Listen, and Dana won't let it go. She said, Lady T gets it. We all get it. We all get it. We all get it.
What is she getting, though?
She's getting everything. First of all, she's getting everything because she done told you she ain't paying no bills. She said that he got to pay 100%. So therefore, she's getting it all.
Right.
Y'all got me fed. Y'all are so funny. Y'all crazy. She got it. That's right, Dana. Thank you, Dana.
And is Janelle.
Right, Janelle. You getting it, Janelle.
Oh
my God, y'all are crazy.
Rein us in, Jason. Rein us in.
The whole entire pie. Listen.
The whole pie.
Anyway, we were talking about things that traits and triggers that we're looking for And we just really want to go back to that.
Yeah, let's go back there. So I would say a trigger, right? Because we were joking before when we said, hey, what are those red flags that you would ignore once you get married? And I was like, you need to eat that because they was there before and you said I do. So you can't change your mind after you said I do. And then the scope changed because when abuse enters into the picture, that all bets are off, right? Because we have to make sure that people are safe and children aren't damaged physically, sexually, or emotionally. So we can't, that is not even permissible. But I would say that some other red flags, and y'all are probably going to get me in the comments, but when they're too clingy, like you can't go nowhere. And they like right there on your hip and they refuse, y'all morph into one person. To me, that's weird.
Yeah. That's unhealthy to me too, Jay. I'm with you on that because I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you their life.
You what?
You're that person's life.
Yeah. I've been sitting here all day. I've been sitting here all day waiting for you. Don't do that.
Don't do that. You're gonna be disappointed.
Go listen. I mean, we good. We but no, we can't be clinging together. We together, but no. I think that now it's an opinion again. What, Janelle? What's a sad face? What that? You want to be cleaned up? I want to be cleaned up. I mean, we'll be booed up when it's not too clingy, is what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You don't want nobody to sit near that you're the only friend.
Right.
You're the only one they talk to. That's a lot of pressure on a person.
Because then if y'all break up, then y'all break up and you that person's life. Oh, I'm just waiting for you to call. You all I really got going on. Y'all you so clingy. Then you break up. You're a candidate for getting unalived. Or your car getting messed up.
Right.
Your car getting messed up. Your job getting visited. You a candidate. That's to me. I'm with you on that. That's a real big red flag.
That is definitely a trait to look out for too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can be in love, but when somebody is just too clingy, you know what I'm saying? You look up and you look out the door and they out there. You ain't called you. They said nothing. They just there looking. What? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a
that happened to me before.
What? Dana, I don't want to be nobody's everything.
That happened to you before.
That part, sis. No. Ooh. Not your everything. Because then when I'm gone, if I leave by choice or whatever, you coming for me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come back for you because I ain't. Anyway. So, Jay, you said that happened to you because we going to get in that conversation. What you say, Jay, happened to you?
We're going to make it real brief. Now, my husband didn't do this. So let me put that. That's a disclaimer. It wasn't him, right?
I know it won't care.
Right. But that happened to me. Like I was dating this guy and he was really clingy. And I broke up with him because he was too clingy. I didn't like that because I think I'm kind of social. I like to work a room, right? And he started tripping, and it was like really emotional. And I don't do emotional men. That gets under my skin. Like it brings. I don't like that. Ugh. So I had to let him know I didn't like that. And I let him know that it's the only way that I could. Do y'all know he didn't go nowhere?
What? He didn't leave you alone?
Really? He didn't go nowhere. I said, I'm done with you. He literally was showing up at my house. He did not take no for an answer. Showing up at my job.
He pulled a dream.
It got weird real quick.
Yeah. And you know what, Jay? To that point, I had the same thing happen, and literally like coming to the job, being at home, I come home, they under the steps and stuff like that. And I was telling somebody recently, like the way people think now, if that was in like 90s, early 90s, right? So before marriage, right? So this is early, but I hope that the way people just take people's lives now and the way they just snap now, I'd be like, yo, if that person was doing that in this day and time, I'd probably be one of them statistics because they were really crazy like that. Like they didn't take no. He didn't take no, and then what finally got us apart is that he went to another state because he was not taking no. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I understand that, and I just hold that, people. I'll be in an orange suit, and or gone because people. I'm just saying because he was crazy. That's what I call crazy. So that's something that people should look out for. Is that clingy, you my everything thing type of relationship? Be everything.
And it starts out kind of sweet when you're like, oh my God, you're so considerate. Oh my God, that is so sweet.
He loves me. He loves me. Like,
but Tony, I'm gonna tell you this: it changes when you're like, why are you so soft? Why are you so emotional? I don't like that.
It's like you gotta watch when you said this earlier, and that's very, very true. Stop thinking everything is cute in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's cute. Like you say, they so aggressive. That's cute. You know what I'm saying?
He loves me.
Yeah, he loved me. She loved me. Nah, man, I like it when she do this right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when it gets to the point where it's affecting you, you know what I'm saying? Because they doing it to somebody else you think is cute. But I'm just a firm believer, and I've done this. Cause I've been told, oh God, they think that temper is sexy. Until you understand, I ain't got to respect the person, and it's gonna turn on you.
It's gonna turn on you.
Yeah. Me off. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because you seen it in the beginning. I ain't gonna hide it because it comes out so quick, so I kind of can't hide it no way. But some stuff a person can't hide. So
that's true.
Just because they're doing it to somebody else, you need to think about they might do this to me. I might be a B. I might be an MF. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They might come my wall in my apartment. You know what I'm saying? They might do this to me while I'm sitting here thinking it's cute or sexy that they're doing it to somebody else. She might scratch my car. You know, I'm just saying that stuff ain't cute.
The windows out your car. Right.
You know, that's right. You know,
Dana said people who can't function without their mate being present are weird. Yeah. Weirdos. I agree.
Ooh, if you only knew.
Tony.
If you only knew.
Tony, do you turn into the Hulk?
I have a bad. I ain't gonna fry. I got a temper. I'm not gonna lie about it. I will not lie about it.
I can attest to it. As a big sister, if it's okay for me to do that, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he's not joking. He's not ashamed, but he also let us know he's in therapy.
That's good.
It's the reason why. I mean, you know, and people be like, I just never thought you was, very much so. But it's like, I think if you see a person, they're very straightforward. I strive to be straightforward. What you see is what you get.
And that's applaudable.
But I think if someone is straightforward, then I just think you should already know if you do something across that person, something's going to come out. Because they're straightforward. I mean, I'm going to let you know. You done piss me off, I ain't happy. It ain't going to come out nice. You know, that stuff where you shouldn't think everything is cute. Everything is not cute. Some stuff is dangerous. I don't care how good they look. I don't care how good she look. I don't care how good she smell. I don't care how good she cook.
Come on.
I don't care how good he take care of all the bills. If we want to go back there, you know, that stuff. I agree. That stuff is not cute when it comes back to bite you.
I agree.
And it ain't worth overlooking some stuff. It's really like real talk. It's not worth overlooking some stuff. It's
You're exactly
not.
Right.
If a person will lie, ain't no. If they'll lie about this right here, I'm a firm believer they will lie about something else. If
You're exactly right.
On this, I'm a firm believer they will cheat on this right here.
Oh, that's good right there.
You know, if they're, I just like it's them red flags, and them the kind of red flags people don't look at because that's just so cute. Well, no, it ain't me. It ain't doing it to me. You know what I'm saying? So
you're exactly right.
But a person that does that a lot of times ain't got no respect. The person, they will do it to you. They will do it to you. And I ain't dogging in a relationship where I think, you know, some marriages are just beautiful. I ain't ever seen a good one in my time, but I believe there are some very good ones. You know what I'm saying? Very good.
Absolutely. I think marriage still works.
Right. I'm a firm believer in it. But some stuff is not cute. And to me, you crazy to think it's cute that a person do it to somebody else. That's crazy to me. Because they disrespecting somebody else. So you with somebody, man or woman, and they disrespecting people. What make you think they're not going to disrespect you? If a person is late all the time,
coming.
that's a red flag to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if we together and we done set a time and date this and that, and you late, that's a red flag to me. You don't respect it enough. And you can't call, so I'm just gonna show up. So you supposed to be good because I'm showing up. No, we set a time. What's going on?
You're right.
Stuff like that is red flag. Right, stuff like that is red flag. Relationship wise, friendship wise, I'm the late one. You feel me? But you know I'm coming.
Friendship wise, I'm the late.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But you know I'm coming.
That's another show. Did he say late? I'll be late. Dana said, did you say late? Dana, yep. He said that's a trait, girl. In a relationship, it's showing that you don't respect too much about that time. I mean,
it's like a disrespect thing.
I get it.
And disrespect,
I agree.
You know, it's not.
I agree. I'm saying if you all are listening, if you just tuned in, hopefully you didn't because we've been on for about an hour. We're on Oak 93.5 on your FM dial. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook Live. We're still on Facebook, but we're signing off of the radio right now because our time is up. We only have 58.30 minutes and they're up right now. But we're going to continue on with StreamYard because I have to expound from that, Tony. That was good stuff that you just said. And I just want you to know that therapy is working. See, I've been knowing you for quite a while. Therapy is good. So listen, I'll let y'all know. Therapy is good. What'd you say? See, he hadn't touched the wall. And y'all think that's a joking statement. You think he's saying it as cliche. No. He means it. He hasn't punched the wall in months. And that's a beautiful thing. But you made some really good points because don't think it's cute. Wait a minute. Dana said, wait a minute, Tony. You have to friends before the relationship starts. So if she late, you can't hold that against her.
Yes, I can. But go ahead. That's Candid for another day.
Oh my gosh. So that's the probationary period, right? So I guess he is keeping score during the dating period, the friendship per se. You keep score a little bit, I guess. I'm the late one, boy. Somebody would have kept me.
I hope not.
Sit my tea, mind my business on that one. Jana says she's the late friend. I'm the late friend too, Jana. I'm gonna admit it out loud. That's the first way to, heal. Admit it.
Yeah.
But I'm getting better in 2024.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. So
better.
I can make that too. Joy Spears said, tell it, my brother. And she said she is Joy Spears McMillan. I'm sorry. Cousin Joy said, tell it. She is enjoying the show. Tell it, Tony. That was good stuff, though, because, like, seriously, you want to look at those signs and don't ignore the little signs for real. And if he ain't got nothing for his mother or his sisters, ladies, I believe that to be a fact. But I'm just saying.
I believe it.
Yes, Tony is hilarious, Dana. Yes, but he real. What'd you say?
I didn't believe. I was one of them folk who didn't believe that about how someone treats their family. Then you should think that, something, how they treat them is how they may treat you, or like something's wrong. But I believe that too. Because if your family is y'all, you family, you blood.
You blood.
And if you are turn on your blood, although sometimes you don't know what's there, because sometimes you can turn on them and you got a good reason. Like, I know we family, but now you done crossed my line too many times,
Right. But I hope.
Go ahead.
I think as females, and you all are welcome to chime in. But as females, if we meet a male and we know that they are good to their mother, they love their mother, because some men tend to have a special love for their mother, like a special love right there for the mom. I know how moms are with the boys. You know what I'm saying, Janet? You can speak to that. And so that's what I'm saying. So I think that's, I don't think it's an end all be all, because some mothers gave children up for adoption. Some mothers, the grandmamas raised them. So, but as far as that woman in their lives, I think that they show you how they treat them. And it's a very, very good possibility that you're going to be treated similarly. I'm just saying. Of course, these are all opinions. I told y'all that from the beginning. So don't be trying to, hold nothing against us as far as professional stuff here. That's his opinion. So, yes, sir. So, listen, y'all. Do anyone have anything else left to say? Any more comments? Because we have held y'all here for a little over an hour. We all gonna work on being Dana from this day forth. No longer gonna be the late friend, sis. No longer are we the late friend. Tony, you see that? We all gonna work on being late. In other words, we all gonna work towards being on time. No. Thank you all. Thank you all. JT, anything? Good? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm good. Thank you guys for being the best part of our show this week. This show has been live.
All the way live, y'all. Y'all gave it to us, and I'm so glad you did. So please, please, please plan to join us next Tuesday, 5 p.m. on Oak 93.5 on your FM dial or right here on Facebook Live. Tag, like, and share. We appreciate you. We are always eager to come on and have a candid conversation. You all have the great rest of your week, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Peace. Bye, y'all.
Bye.